That's the access rule with the public, but it's no longer a legal issue. But Harry Kubo of Citizens for a Fair Farm Labor Law said the court's decision to let the rule stand still does not make the rule right. A Los Angeles appraiser under contract to the Veterans Administration has been sentenced for receiving bribes from a real estate broker. U.S. District Court Judge David Williams ordered 40-year-old Pierre Murias of Lakeview Terrace to serve a year and a day in prison. Murias was indicted by a federal grand jury last June and pleaded guilty to 7 counts of accepting bribes. Authorities said most of the appraisals were made in the Altadena area. A convicted murderer who escaped from the city jail early yesterday was scheduled to be a witness at the federal trial of a dozen accused participants in a big heroin and cocaine smuggling ring. Albert Martinez, in the Arcadia jail since September the 17th, was reported missing from his cell at 2:15 a.m. and an all-points bulletin was issued for him. Assistant U.S. Attorney Robert Ramsey disclosed later that he was a scheduled federal witness. Martinez was brought to Southern California from Arizona, where he was serving a sentence for murder. His connection with the narcotics ring was not made known. Well, a purse snatcher may have a sore head to prove that 2 little old ladies can make it tough earning a living illegally. Los Angeles Sheriff's deputies said the man grabbed 75-year-old Beatrice Sindenberg at a West Hollywood intersection, picked her up, and carried her about 300 feet down a hill. Then he threw her to the ground, grabbed her purse, and ran off with $76 and some credit cards. They said 73-year-old Hazel Mercer saw the incident. She saw the incident while gardening in her yard. So when the man ran by, she whacked him over the head with a garden hoe. The purse snatcher was last seen running away holding the purse and his head. We'll have an update on national and international events when we continue in just a moment.
Join the crowds at Leo Stereo this week and buy your choice of a custom-installed in-AM/FM stereo or tape player. Only $99.95, including installation in most cars. Or Leo has this 23-channel mobile CB unit, regular $129.95. Save 50% now, $59.95, only at Leo Stereo, where you have the widest selection and Leo's low prices. Records and tapes, too. Also installation by factory-trained professionals. Remember, on sale now at all 8 Leo's locations: Westwood, Van Nuys, Costa Mesa, Torrance, Hawthorne, Covina, Anaheim, Long Beach. On sale now.
Take a look at Zodi's.
It's Zodi's annual anniversary sale-a-thon, our biggest, most exciting sales event of the year. Huge savings in every department, like save $3 for these beautiful heavy-duty wrought iron pieces. Adds the finishing touch to any room. Stores books, holds plants. Tables have decorator glass tops to help beautify your home. Now is your best time to save during Zodi's anniversary sale-a-thon. At Zodi's, quality does cost less.
Yes, Zodi serves you better every way.
Look at Orbex for fashion.
It's anniversary sale time at Orbex, where you'll find great values for everyone. Like Mrs. $44.99 wool blend pant coats in a sensational collection of styles. And men's vested suit of pure wool gabardine, only $79.99. Rush in before they're all gone.
Oh, Orbex, the fashion value place.
This computer understands Spanish. It helps locate new rewarding opportunities for SED and the Spanish-speaking community. SED, a dynamic national organization, is giving leadership and direction to the Spanish-speaking community, providing meaningful training and jobs, and working in partnership with business and industry for a better tomorrow.
President Ford and Jimmy Carter both are jumping the gun on nuclear power policy in advance of their Wednesday night debate on foreign policy and national security. Ford issued a statement last week outlining plans to tighten restrictions on U.S. nuclear material and know-how abroad, and his running mate Robert Dole Monday called Carter's stand on the issue downright frightening in some respects. President Ford has flown to California for his second debate with Democratic challenger Jimmy Carter and the start of a 6-day campaign swing that will be Ford's longest of the general election. During the flight west from Washington, Press Secretary Ron Nessen said he expects the president to name a new agricultural secretary to succeed Earl Butz before the end of the year. Nesson said Earl Butts had called him 2 or 3 times on Saturday for a reading on reaction to the revelation of the racial slur which triggered his resignation. Nesson said Butts also called the White House Chief of Staff to ask for an appointment with the President. Other aides to Ford said Butts' resignation was his own decision and that Ford had not fired him. Former California Governor Ronald Reagan defended Earl Butts' record as Secretary of Agriculture and said his resignation was regrettable. Reagan is in Oklahoma to campaign for Republican congressional candidates James Imhoff and Mickey Edwards. He appeared surprised when newsmen told him Butts had resigned because of the controversy over an obscene racial slur he made. Reagan conceded the anecdote was sordid and inexcusable, but as he understood it, Mr. Butts was simply repeating what someone else had told him. Reagan said, "I don't think any racism can be attributed to him." Coretta King, widow of the slain civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., has endorsed Democratic presidential candidate Jimmy Carter and the re-election bid of California Senator John Tunney, saying they could help turn America into the type of nation of which her husband dreamed. Her comments came during an appearance at USC, where she was urging students to register to vote in the November election. She took the opportunity to accuse the incumbent Republican administration of 8 years of stagnation. The chief attending surgeon of urology service at the Sloan Kettering Memorial Cancer Center in New York, Dr. Willett Whitmore, told a news conference Monday, "We have every reason to anticipate Senator Hubert Humphrey will survive Thursday's surgery to remove his cancerous bladder. He should have an uneventful convalescence and be restored to the useful political life he has led to date." He said the operation leaves virtually all patients impotent and forced to urinate through a drain into a bag. Barring unforeseen complications, the surgeon said the senator should be hospitalized for 3 weeks and then require another 3 to 6 weeks of convalescence and be back on his feet by early December. Humphrey underwent radiation treatment 3 years ago for a bladder condition and until last April had been receiving cancer prevention drugs. The Supreme Court has agreed to hear arguments on the right of customs inspectors to open suspicious mail from overseas without a search warrant. The Justice Department appealed a decision by the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, which reversed the convictions of Charles W. Ramsey and James W. Kelly for receiving heroin sent them through the mails from Thailand. The Supreme Court agreed to hear arguments on the Justice Department appeal. Well, Barbara Walters made her debut last night as co-anchor of the ABC Nightly News with Harry Reasoner. She was swamped with telegrams before her debut, including one good luck message from President Ford and another from White House News Secretary Ron Nesson. After the program, Miss Walters commented, "I knew we could do it. People were more concerned about it than we were," and she said, "There were no flubs at all. Everything went smoothly." We'll have the latest in sports and a summary of the weather from Dr. George right after these commercial messages.
Come to a beautiful new way to face the world. Plunge into the wet, wet world of Face Quencher makeup by Chapstick. A new kind of makeup overflowing with creamy moisturizers and protective emollients for a soft, fresh, beautiful look. Come to Face Quencher. Now Face Quencher moisturizing makeup joins Lip Quencher. Plunge into this wet, wet world created by Chapstick.
If confusing and contradictory low price claims have you wondering where to shop, Julie Grayson, Ralph's price controller, can help.
I'm listening to people who call me about prices as well as checking other supermarket prices myself. Believe me, Ralph's wants to be the one place for quality, selection, and savings.
Stop wondering where to shop. Call Julie Grayson, Ralph's price controller, at this number and help her help you get what you want at the right price.
These Audis really look loaded. But I'd also like air conditioning, automatic transmission, cruise control, and I'd like the wheel covers. Wheel covers.
Well, normally all those options would cost $1,000.
$700.
But now,
$800?
you can get them all for $200.
$200?
The limited edition Audi 100 LS. Now $1,000 worth of options for only $200.
$200?
It's not a peanut It's not a pecan, it's not an almond, but there's some taste that's nutty.
What happens when people taste Post Grape Nut cereal for the first time?
Boy, those crunch.
Little crunchy nuggets. It has a wholesome kind of taste.
I've eaten some mighty good cereal, but this is excellent.
I like it because it's not soggy. It's not a boring cereal.
Grape Nuts is a natural cereal fortified with vitamins. It has the crunchy, nutty taste people like.
Very good. I'm going to buy some as soon as I get out of here.
Looking at sports in baseball, the California Angels have rehired manager Norm Sherry for next season. Sherry replaced Dick Williams at midseason and turned a losing club into a winning one by guiding the Angels to 37 wins against 29 losses for the last half of the season. Other managers rehired are John McNamara of the San Diego Padres and Frank Robinson of the Cleveland Indians. Robinson will manage only next year and will retire as a player. In basketball, the Los Angeles Lakers have acquired Alan Murphy from the Chicago Bulls in return for future considerations. Murphy played for Kentucky in the now-defunct American Basketball Association last season. Murphy, a 6'5" forward guard, averaged 4 points a game in 29 appearances last season. Heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali has been ordered not to spend any of the estimated $6 million he won in last Tuesday's fight with Ken Norton until disposition of his wife's divorce suit. Cook County Circuit Court Judge Robert Hunter included Ali's fight proceeds in a 10-day restraining order Friday, which forbids Ali from disposing or transferring any of his stocks and bonds. It was the third time Hunter has extended the restraining order. At the same time, he gave Ali an extension until October the 13th to answer the divorce suit filed by his wife of 9 years, Khalilah Ali. The divorce suit alleged that Ali had promised to pay $100,000 to the NAACP and $300,000 to the Nation of Islam religious group from his fight earnings. The suit filed September the 3rd charged Ali with extreme and repeated mental cruelty and adultery. The fighter has acknowledged in legal papers that he is the father of a child born to Veronica Porsche, his frequent companion. Ali and his wife have 4 children. Dr. George says Southern California, buffeted by storms from the north and the south for much of the past month, will continue to bask under sunny skies for the rest of the week. The 4th consecutive day of bright sunny skies today is expected to bring temperatures to the mid-70s at the beaches, to 80 at the Los Angeles Civic Center, and into the low 90s in some interior valleys. The temperature was 83 downtown yesterday. Mountain resorts were expected to enjoy highs from 60 to 75 and lows between 40 and 50 degrees. To the southeast, warm days in the mid-80s were forecast for the upper deserts and in the 90s in the lower deserts. Well, that's it. That's it for our sign-off edition of Eyewitness News. This is Len Beardsley thanking you for listening and bidding you a good night and a good morning.
Martha, stop eating my French fries. Can't. They're so crisp. They're for dinner. One more. Really crisp, not greasy. Sure. The crisp goes in the French fries because Crisco oil stays in the pan. All the oil? Almost. Watch. I'll measure the Crisco oil, then fry these potatoes and... Oh, Crisco oil stays in the pan. All except 1 tablespoon. One more. Martha.
The crisp goes in the French fries because Crisco oil stays in the pan.
My friends have always admired this set I picked up in Europe. Well, today, when they come over for coffee, they're going to sample something deliciously different in them. One of General Foods' international coffees. Cafe Vienna. It's a fragrant, full-flavored coffee with a touch of cinnamon. I bring out all my nice things when I want to do something specially nice for my friends. Or for that matter, for myself.
General Foods International Coffees. It's our flavor that makes us special.
Many people have legal problems, but don't have a lawyer and don't know where to turn for advice. It could happen to you. Help can be just a phone call away if you call the Lawyer Referral Service in your area. Your first visit with a participating lawyer is at a set, reasonable fee, and sometimes one visit early enough is all you need. Check the yellow pages and find out how Lawyer Referral, sponsored by your state or local bar association, can work for you.
Looking for a place to live? The city of Los Angeles wants you to know that you can live wherever you want, regardless of your race, religion, marital status, sex, or nationality. And that's the law. Selling or renting a place to live? It's your responsibility to provide equal housing opportunities. Housing discrimination. It's not even for the birds. For more information, call the Fair Housing Congress at 299-4424.
Channel 7, KABC TV, Los Angeles, owned by American Broadcasting Companies Incorporated, with studios and executive offices at ABC Television Center. KABC TV operates on Channel 7 by the authority of the Federal Communications Commission. Be with us tomorrow on Channel 7 when we return to the air at 6 a.m. with Real Estate for the Consumer. In the meantime, we invite you to tune to KABC Radio, 79 on your AM dial, for The Ray Bream Show. Now, with the playing of our national anthem, this is Len Beardsley, bidding you a good morning for the entire staff of KABC TV.